Lord have mercy. Yo, 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 my people. Welcome back to Live with Fergie. And tonight we are continuing the Love Island series with the third installment of Unseen Bits. So, if this is your first time viewing the channel, please feel free to like, subscribe, comment, and share. And same for returning viewers. Feel free to also hit me up in the social media. Instagram is at MC Fergie. So go and follow me, show that support. And feel free to add me on Snapchat, Carlin123. But without further ado, let's get straight into the video. So obviously, you know, this is part 3 of Unseen Bits. Danny has a decaf coffee, and Tommy had no idea what the difference between coffee was and decaf. So he needed that explaining to him. We saw the behind the scenes of Bridezilla. We found out they also got the opportunity to wear veils. Amy says, I believe I'll get married at least 3 times. And says something about how her mom said, if you ever get engaged, we're going on a girls' trip to New York. I don't know why New York is the location. I would have gone for somewhere more romantic or somewhere more lovingly. Not that I've been to New York and I'm saying it's a non-loving place, but like, it just doesn't sound like a girls' trip location to me. But either way, moving on. Maura does her own vows in front of the camera. And these include, well, it pretty much just stops at Fanny flutters. And she's just like, what more could I want? So that's what she's seeking for. No bouquets are to be thrown. So it doesn't look like anybody's going to find out they're next in line to be married. We are back to the last recoupling. Maura and Anna are 100% certain that they are the hottest girls in the villa. So, hottest girls in the villa. So the boys are all missing out. Anna's not nice if she's not fed. But then again, she hasn't explained what she needs to be fed with, if there's certain requirements. But yeah. We find out that Tom likes go-karting. And we also find out that Maura can drift. So the two of them sort of bounce off of each other, just like, oh, yeah, we could teach each other. Oh, you like adrenaline, etc. Now, they all return to the villa from the dates. Elmer and Tom the next day sit on one of the like beach bed things, and they begin to discuss the best ways to tan. And obviously, you can either tan standing up or sitting down. And they discuss whether the person does it in swimwear or completely nude. And it turns out they both go for extreme nakedness. And Elmer goes on to ask about, do guys get turned on when they're naked in the sunlight or something? And and it was really, really random. And then she also brought up Morning Glory. But we don't need to get into all that. No, definitely not. Sandwich Man Joe. We find out that he used to floss every day, but now he's decreased the limit. Hi there. The only viewer here, thank you very much. Please feel free to bring other people. Now, whilst Joe is flossing on the bed, Curtis lets off one dirty fart. Like, I'm telling you, I'm so glad I was not present. Because, you know, when you do your own fart and you're just like, oh, yeah, it's not going to be that bad. And then you smell it and you're just like, oh, that came out of me. That's the effect he had. Okay, he was fully blowing literally, like, you see this pillow. Imagine this cushion was a blanket. He was just like, let me just flap that all away. And it wouldn't go away. And then Anton comes down whilst Joe goes to fill up his water bottle. And Anton's just like, what is that smell? Is that coming from the bathroom from what I just did? And then Curtis is just like, yeah, that's coming from the bathroom. And Joe said, don't you dare try that. And ultimately, Anton says, you know what? We're going to say it's a combination of both the smells. But ultimately, it was horrid. Tom lets Michael and Tommy know about Anthony Joshua's defeat. And ultimately, Michael's just like, nah, you must be lying. They can't accept the news. They just don't believe it. And then when Tom's just like, no, I'm deadly serious, Tommy gets super gassed, yeah. Like, I don't know why he got so hyped over it. Maybe he doesn't like Anthony Joshua or something. Joe, Anton, Michael, and Curtis play the role of James Bond walking out of the pool, trying to go for like a sort of dab swimwear shot sort of thing. Ooh, adjust the camera angle a little bit. Yeah. Now, we also find out, well, we go back to Tommy's role play with Curtis as he prepares for the first kiss with Molly May. And here is The 3-step guide to a first kiss by Tommy, according to Ian Sterling. 1. Use a mole to infiltrate the girls. 2. Look even more hench than you are, which he recommended by wearing the top of a man half your size. And 3. If your mates don't see it, it didn't happen. Now, the Islanders get scared by something. We see that series return. And it turns out, you remember how Joe got freaked out by the fly maybe a week ago or something? He gets freaked out by another fly again whilst he's in the bedrooms. And Ian made this sort of like snarky remark about how funny is it that the guy who got scared by a fly is the one to fly away. Something along the lines of that. Curtis gives Tommy a therapy session. We become witnesses of the 2019 Mallorca Bucket Hat Swimming Challenge. No, I can't say this. The 2019 Mallorca Bucket Hat Swimming Championships. There we go. In which case, the object of the challenge that they made for themselves is you need to swim one length of the pool, literally just from this end to that end, maintaining the bucket hat on your head as fast as you can. Ultimately, Tom came in first place with 10 seconds, was able to keep the hat on his head. Jordan came in second, kept the hat on his head with 11 seconds. And both Lucy and Tommy came in joint third due to getting 13 seconds, but their bucket hats fell off. So there was a 5-second penalty added on. Now, we go back to the least compatible couples voting, and the Islanders voted to be saved. So obviously, Anton and Lucy. Anton then lets us know a few tears were shed, and he's not afraid to admit that. So good on you, you know. Curtis delivered emotional aid to anybody who needed it. So he decides to speak to Lucy, and he's just like, listen, don't make any decisions in this state of mind because you're an emotional wreck. He just told it straight how it is. And Lucy said she admires the fact that you could just listen to Curtis's voice pretty much all day. He always seems to have good advice. Yep. And ultimately, we find out this professional ballroom dancer is the person who gets advice sought for the most by Danny, Anton, Amy, Tommy. And Amy's even always complaining about how every time we get our alone time, someone's dragging him off for advice. What is up, Moon? Is it Mooney or Marnie or Wagwan? I'm good, man. Hope you're good too. Bring your friends and family to this live. Now, Curtis is in the kitchen, and the island. Oh, Marnie, cool. So Curtis is in the kitchen, and Amber and some of the other Islanders basically tell him, act out walking down the wrong escalator, and then running back up it to try and catch the other one. And I think he took about 3 attempts and did a pretty decent job each time, you know. I gotta say, it was really effective. And I quote by Curtis, all I wanted to do was drink milk and F word, B words. Yes. Now, Ian Sterling brings us Operation Bad Hair Day. Fortunately, my hair's not too bad today. Trim's still there. Yeah, I can work with that. Now, you remember how we see Jordan with the like massive bobs in his hair? That was courtesy of Anna's salon. So Anna literally just does Jordan's hair upstairs, and then Amy and Yawande compliment her, just like, yeah, this is really good. We're rating this. And he says, well, if you find it cute, I'll keep him in. So me personally, I didn't really like it. I just thought it looked weird, but to each their own. Then they go to the swinging bed chair thingy. They discuss Anna's salon, and they get to their kiss. Hello, NDZ. Maybe that stands for like Nads or Nadia or something. Hello. Bring more people to the live. There's 4 of us at the moment, and drop those likes, okay? And then we see Anna and Jordan's first kiss. Tommy and Molly May are sat talking to each other, and he explains, oh, I was right, mad. It's Nadia, calm. Okay, back to Tommy and Molly May. He describes this weird feeling in his stomach, and he doesn't know what withdrawal symptoms are. To be honest, throughout this entire episode, I just thought to myself, what does this man actually know how to do? Because even at some point, I think it may be even later on, that he actually said, that Curtis says, well, if you do move in with Molly May, You're gonna need to learn how to do your own washing up and stuff. And I just thought to myself, does this man do does this man's mother do everything for him? Like quite literally. I mean, the guy's 20 years old, and I really wonder what he truly knows. Because he came up with a new word. You need to be refreshifying my memory. And Molly May had to explain it's refreshing my memory or refresh. And then he literally, and I quote, this is a quote by Tommy, you need to expand and extend my vocabulary, or something along those lines. Arabella arrives. We are then introduced to Agent Anton with the step process of seek advice from his boys, give the starter, the main, and the dessert of compliments. Stage 2 in movie style, get a you need a getting ready montage. And also for the final step, get last minute subtle tips from the ladies. And this involved both Amy and Amber both literally saying just before Anton went on his date, you say, I don't have a type, I go off connection. And they said that to him multiple times. Hey, mad, we got 6 people, 3 likes. Thank you very much, guys. Please bring more people. Yes, you can ask a question. Feel free. Now, we see Anton and Arabella's date. And by the end of it, Ian Sterling refers to them as David and Goliath, with David clearly being Anton and Goliath being Arabella due to her height of 5'10.5". When they enter the villa, Anton lets Michael and Tommy know the details. Tommy and Lucy then discuss birthday trips and how they'd accommodate for each other. I believe Tommy's birthday was the 7th of May, and Lucy's is the 22nd of February. Yep. Tommy lets us know he didn't pass geography, because they have this massive struggle about where's the middle between Manchester and Cornwall. And I just thought to myself, what's going on? Oh, why am I talking about this? Well, I enjoy the show, and I just wanted to showcase my opinion on it. Hope that answers your question. Yeah, where was I? Yep. Tommy also lets us know, I'm so thick. Literally just, I'm so thick. Just ignore me. And Tommy, this is where it got sad. He literally asked, if we were turning out of here, how would we get to London? Would we take the left or the right? And I just thought to myself, does this guy not realize he is in Spain? Does he not know you are in Spain? What are you talking about? How do I get to London? Thank you very much. I will keep that going. And I hope you're not calling me thick, because trust me, I'm very, very intelligent. Okay. Now, literally, this was so sad, because literally Lucy had to remind him. So you're asking, how do we get to London, left or right, from Mallorca, like out of the villa? And then he said, oh yes, we gotta get on a plane, don't we? What does this, like, I like the guy, but what does this man know? I mean, I like seeing him on the show, but like, it's aggravating. It's too much. We move on to Danny, Yewande, and Arabella sitting by the pool, I think. Yeah. And then we see Curtis dancing, doing some weird like popping, locking or something movement. Michael trying to convince Amber to get into the swimming pool, and some other stuff. And ultimately what happens is Ian Sterling imitates David Attenborough due to Danny's request, I guess. And we finish off with Amy's roar, because they decided to capture Amy literally yawning and put a roar underneath that. We also see the cracks between the relationship of Danny and Yewande. Danny then seeks advice from the boys, seeks advice from some of the girls. We see Danny and Arabella's date. Yewande pep talk. Amber's just like, that girl is going to steal your man, okay? If you don't buck up your ideas. And I think Curtis was just like, this is the real S word. This is the real doo-doo. You got to step up and all this other stuff, trying to like hype her. Good. Wait a sec. Are you asking how is Danny and Yewande going to end, or I'm not too, because the thing is, I really don't see them staying together. I mean, I'm not too sure. Who knows? And then afterwards, we blitz over their entire situation, like the entire kerfuffle, back and forth, etc. Tommy doesn't know how ice works. He drops multiple ice cubes. He gets an ice burn. He then tries to cut a block of ice with a normal standard knife. You know, like what you would eat your dinner with. He's there sawing it, just like, yeah, let me cut this ice. And ultimately, the ice isn't cutting. And then he's just like, all this for just an like ice water or a drink. This is what I get for trying to do the right thing. Do the right thing or do something nice. I was just like, come on, my guy. Like, ugh. He doesn't know how ice works. And then he decides, you know what, I give up. Now, we finish off with this standard question. What will become of our fellow islanders? Okay, hey guys. Yeah, I really enjoy Love Island too. But guys, let me know. What do you think is going to happen to our Love Islanders? I mean, Lucy's single, got no one really in having attention for her. Anton doesn't seem like he's got. Danny's caught in a love triangle between a scientist and a supermodel. Tommy and Molly May seem to be getting on really well. Same with Curtis and Amy. Same with Amy and Amber. Anna and Jordan are cracking on. Tom and Maura, potential. So, what do you think is going to happen? Please feel free to let me know. It's nice to know that this chat has been engaged in. But that brings us to the end of the notes and the end of this video. Hoping you've enjoyed. Please feel free to like, subscribe, comment, and share. Hit me up in the social media. Instagram is at MC Fergie. Snapchat's Carlo123. I'll see you in the next video. So, peace and God bless.